I just wanted to thank you, Margaret, that for your 8 years of your work. I fully understand now where we're actually coming from by listening to you. We have asked during the past years where we stand as members of Saugeen into this project that we heard about, and from listening to the people, when I listen to them, like they got dreams, they got hopes for their own in the future too, and that is where we're trying to get our government to come to the table and talk with us. They say we're too mean. I guess at times we have to get mean, just like what I heard, we have to put our foot down, but the way we're looked at is we're very mean people. We've heard that already in earlier meetings, but we're not mean people. We're just frustrated people because we're not heard, we're not taken serious. And all we're doing is trying to reach a hand out to our own government, sit with us, tell us where we're going. And I also believe, in my own opinion, it would be nice, if all the First Nations did work together. We do need work. I see a lot of poor people, but I'll talk about our own band. Like, they do want to work, they got dreams, we don't get help. We're always told, we got no money, we got no money. And that's where we're at right now as a frustrated people who want to be involved in our future, how to sustain ourselves as well as off and on reserve. And I just want to say thank you for the food. I never really eat this good, so thanks, and thank you to all the chiefs. I do love my chief. He is my blood. But sometimes I wish he would come and talk with us like the way he used to. But we have divided ourselves as years went by. But again, my chief is my blood. I do have great respect for him, and I do really wish that he would come and talk with his people. And I know if he does get us on board, we're smart too. We do lots of paperwork, we do lots of reading. So that's the only thing that we ask, is we want to be included in this. And I'm pretty sure it could go smoothly right after. But we need our government to come to the table and talk with us. Yeah. And that's what I hear from the people that I speak with, and honestly, ignored. Migach.
That's going on between Wate and Saugeen and Mish is that they are writing documents on our behalf without us knowing. Just to make note of the agreement made on, it was supposed to be September 2016 between Wate, Mish, and Saugeen. On the second page, we noticed it said Mishkikogamag First Nation, Ojibwe Nation, and Saugeen represent and warrant that each respective council have consulted with their communities, and that this agreement has been approved and acknowledged that Wat LUP may rely on the foregoing and entering into this agreement. So we're finding out that they are signing off on documents that none of the community members have ever heard of. We never heard of Algonquin Power, we never heard of Moose Power, we never heard of Noront, we never heard of the Ring of Fire. We never heard of any kind of development that was taking place in the community. We got the audit from 1998 to 2012, so we're actually going through it, so we're actually seeing where the money's being spent. We're being excluded from every single meeting, so when you guys will be watching over there on the other side of the room, I don't want to play a game of ping pong, but as off-reserve community members from this territory and from these nations, I feel like we have a right to be heard. We have a right to stand up and to speak on behalf of what we truly believe in. I believe in water rights. I looked at the First Nations Ontario Declaration for Rights of First Nations, and I haven't heard one person or one chief advocate for the water rights in this territory with regards to the Ring of Fire. I got the Access to Information Privacy Act papers from Indian Northern Affairs. I received over 13,000 pages from them, so they pretty much outline how they're going to distribute the chromite. They're going to take it out from our territory, put it on a train in Civet, sent it to Sudbury. And in a newspaper I read from Sudbury, they're talking about, you know, how chromite is going to be the next big job boom in Sudbury. But after that, they're going to send it to China, and then they're going to turn it to ferrochrome, where they're going to build weapons. So I don't know if Indian Northern, and really look into those papers, you will find out what the chromite is for. And I'm sorry, but I mean, the Sudbury paper, they are going on and on and on and on and on about the Ring of Fire, but they don't mention the people, they don't mention the communities that are in need of power, they don't talk about the energies, they don't talk about the hydro, they don't talk about none of that. And that was my biggest concern, is that, you know, like, all our resources are going to China, but you know what, like, who's going to stand up for our next generation? And like, I've also been a part of the pre-inquiry for the missing and murdered women in Ottawa with the family members from across this country, and it was brought up that, you know, these mining camps and these power line camps, you know, they have a lot of man camps that do come from different places. And like Gladys Raddick has said, and I told you, Doug Keshen, you have this recorded, that Gladys Raddick actually had mentioned that, you know, these man camps, there's a lot of men that come from different places from across this country, and some of them need to be serviced. And where are they going to go? They're going to go to the nearest territory, and they're going to say, come here, you know, want a party? It's happened all across this country. I just don't want it to happen here in our territory. There's nothing put in place to ensure the safety of our women. There's nothing put in place so that if any one of us disappears, what is put in place to ensure that nobody, our men, our women, our children, are kept safe from these man camps? That was my biggest issue. My issue is a concern in water. I want to thank you guys so much for coming here together. But like I said, we've been excluded from every single meeting. We've been excluded from every single negotiation, consultation, meeting from the Ojibwe Nation and Saugeen since inception. So, like, they won't even look at us. They won't even acknowledge our existence. They sit over there and they won't even look at us. So I just want to say, as part of the grassroots people and off-reserve people, we want equality, we want houses, we want good jobs, we want opportunities, we want equality in our community, and we need that. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. So miigwech to all you guys. I'm going back home tomorrow, so miigwech. See you on Facebook.
Thank you.